black men, and I know a few that go to the doctor, and their reason for going was because they didn't want to get nagged by their significant other. Got their name on the bottom. It says Nelly, special co-host. Speak Now, Hold Your Peace. Same thing for David. They come on the show. They my number one hitter. Every time there's a shooting, people are saying, we need more gun control.
Welcome to Speak Now, Hold Your Peace, a live broadcast with real conversations about community social issues, politics, business, health, self-care, and more. We broadcast live on the Speak Now, Hold Your Peace Facebook group and the Speak Now, Hold Your Peace YouTube channel. And now, here's your host, Saywuddafeel, Dre.
Welcome to Speak Now, Hold Your Peace. I'm Saywuddafeel, Dre, and today we got a show for you. Very special show. Got a special guest. Got some special stuff that's going to be going on up in here. And if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen because we're going to be talking some of the real stuff today. No filter, say what you feel, whatever you want to do. Let me introduce my guest. I have Raquel Hall. Raquel Hall has a show. I think she does a live, if I'm correct, Raquel,
Yes.
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Yeah. So make sure you check her out. I'll give you the information as the show goes on. You'll see when I switch the views of the camera, but you'll see how to get in touch with in terms of how to watch her show. But for now, what's up? How you doing, Raquel?
I am doing amazing. And
Good.
first, I'd like to tell you thank you so much for letting me be a part of Speak Now, Hold Your Peace.
Thank you.
So I thank you. I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing with the show, and I am happy to be a part of it today.
Thank you. I've got to tell you, I'm honored to have you. So let me tell y'all how I came across Raquel. I was scrolling on, I forgot, I was on Facebook. And, sometimes I just, sometimes it auto plays, and I'm glad it did. I was scrolling and it auto played. And she was just like getting it in, and I'm just like listening. I'm like, yeah, she really knows what she's talking about, and she hit a lot of good points. And I when I see that, I'm like, yo, I gotta have her on here. I'm gonna ask her. Hopefully, she'll accept, and she did. So that's how I got her on here, and she will be doing another show because I already asked. So you can look forward to her doing another one. But today we're talking about like barriers. For lack of a better title. Barriers to a romantic relationship. So we're gonna be talking about that, and it's gonna pertain mostly to women. And I only say that, I'm not being biased or anything, but I'm only saying that because I was in a Facebook group, and we were talking about relationships, and a lot of women were saying that they won't get with a man that makes $75,000. They won't get with a man that doesn't have like a perfect credit score and stuff like that. And I was just trying to tell them that, you could be missing out on your soulmate just because, those expectations. And I'm not doubting anybody.
Correct.
I'm not trying to tell you what your expectations should be, but, that's what made me spark this. So I want to get right into it. Raquel, I want to ask you, I got a couple of questions here, and you we can dip and dab. What do you think the biggest barrier is to obtaining and maintaining a romantic relationship, like in your opinion, or what you've seen based on your experience?
Communication. I think communication is a huge barrier. I know a lot of people think infidelity is the one thing that breaks up things, that's that kind of separates us or whatever and things like that. But I would have to say communication. Men, I love you guys, but you are not communicators. So with you guys not being communicators, women, we are. You know what I'm saying? We like communicating. We like expressing our feelings. We like, you know what I'm saying, talking about things. We like going over things. When things bother us, we want to talk about it. Men, you guys shut down. So I think that is a huge disconnect between the male and the female. So, I have to say, me personally, I know, get me wrong, I know it's some women out there that do not want to talk about things. They shut down just like men. But there's a lot of women that when something's bothering them, they want to talk about it. They want to, you know what I'm saying? We are problem solvers just by nature. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of people we are. We're nurturers. Men don't. You know what I'm saying? If it's bothering them, they hold it in. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Try to brush it off, act like until it bottles up and then it blows up. You know what I'm saying? Us, we're telling you the whole time what's going on. If guys would just pay attention and listen and, you know what I'm saying, watch what we're listen to what we're saying, watch us, you would see how to fix a lot of things in a relationship, in a friendship, in a, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. So I would have to
Yeah.
say communication, guys.
And it's funny that you say that because I've my wife and I've been together 27 years, right? And
Yes.
it took me a long time, and sometimes I'm still a little hard headed, if there's an issue, like I'm looking to solve a problem. Like if something goes wrong with, uh, you know, I don't know, if something goes wrong with the car or whatever, or something like, you know, I'm looking to solve it instead of like listening and just being
Right.
like hearing it out. So we are guilty of that. We are guilty of that, and
Right.
that's one thing I'll admit to. I'm getting better though. I'm being a better listener. So that's one thing. Um, so in terms of maintaining like a good relationship, I had this one conversation with someone, and I based on what they were telling me, and this was a guy, um, and sometimes we're all, I think all guys are guilty of this. Sometimes we, even in like disputes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We we listen, but then we ain't listening because we thinking of how we gonna respond to what our significant other is saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Learned a lot from that. Don't do that no more. But at this
Right.
after 27 years, I think I'm doing pretty good. But there are those who just think about what they're going to say, like in terms of when the communication is not good. They think of
Right.
they just start thinking about stuff. Um, how often do you think that how much do you think that plays a role? Like, do you think that's something that how can I put this? Do you think that's something that at what percentage does that destroy the relationship in your opinion? Like half, is it half, 50% of the not listening, the communication, 10%?
I'm gonna be truthful with you. I think communication is like 60%.
Mm-hmm.
But that, that is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if we communicate, we could fix a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Finances, you know what I'm saying? Love, you know what I'm saying? Sexual, you know what I'm saying? Mental, emotional, you know what I'm saying? If we talk about it.
Right,
If no
right,
one acts like nothing's wrong, even sexually, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship. If I don't let you know that I'm not being pleased, or if I don't let you know something's I don't like something, then you're gonna continue to do the same thing. Same thing with food. If I'm cooking every day and I'm thinking you're cool with this, but the whole time you're like, this is gross, you're not communicating with me. You're not telling me what's going on. Or if I'm doing something and I think I'm doing enough in a relationship, but you don't talk to me, but you seek something outside the relationship due to lack of communication, you'll seek someone else to have a conversation with.
right,
And
right,
same thing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get communication from my significant other, from my husband, from my boyfriend, whatever it is, I'm not saying everybody, but some people will seek that from someone else. And they might have done it being harmless, but then it'll turn into something else. Because now that shoulder to lean on becomes a bed to lay in. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So that's why
right,
I feel like communication is so, I mean, like if you look it up, communication is a lot of the reasons why marriages break up. It's not infidelity. You know what I'm saying? It's
right,
communication. And then the second thing is finances. The third thing is infidelity. You know what I'm saying? People always think, oh, people break up because someone cheats. No, a lot of people break up because the lack of communication. They don't talk. You know what I'm saying? And now people have a stigma that they don't, especially, I would just say, especially, us as Black people, we don't want to go get help. We feel like we could fix it. And if we can't fix it, just let it go, brush it under the rug. So I think a lot of us don't go get, what I'm saying, don't go to counseling. If you're having an issue with your significant other, or if you're, in your marriage or whatever, we don't go get help. We don't go and talk to someone. We hardly even want to communicate with one another, let alone a stranger. So now it feels like, oh, I don't want to tell a stranger my business, but you don't want to tell your wife or your husband either. So I would say,
yeah,
to me, in my opinion, I think that, you know what I'm saying, communication is, at least 60% of the reason why I think that plays a big role.
Right, right. And you mentioned, some people, they'll go and be, they'll cheat just because of they're getting something that they're not getting at home. But
Right.
you and I were talking about compromise before we went on. I think it takes like a little compromise, because here's the thing, like,
A lot
you
of
know,
compromise.
yeah, I mean, like, if I'm getting almost everything I need in a woman, and there's that one thing that I'm not getting, is it really worth going out to cheat over? You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's
it's
not.
not. It's not, because let's be honest, no man's gonna be perfect, no woman's gonna be perfect. I mean, if you get a woman, and I don't mean that she's perfect and that I mean perfect for you. If you get a woman that is perfect for you, then you just got a diamond in the rough. You should be proud and happy about it. But if you get a woman that's almost meets all your needs, that's almost perfect for you, why waste it for somebody that only is meeting one need? You know,
Right,
and I don't even mean sexually. It just might be like this person might cook.
right,
Your wife may not know how,
right,
or this person may be good in bed, and your, significant other may not be the best. But you know what I'm saying? Or this person may be good with talking to you. This person might be a great caterer. These
hmm,
are different things, but guess what? Even if all your needs are majority of all your needs is being met, the one that's not being met is not worth to ruin something. Like they say, would you, you know what I'm saying, would you turn in $1 million, a bag that you know has $1 million in it, just to find out that just because another bag over there, you don't know how much it's worth. You don't know what's in that bag, but
right,
you like, I got this $1 million, but it's a chance that guy have 2 million. Would you really turn in 2 million just for a mystery bag? No, you
right,
already got a huge thing. That's the same. That's what a lot of men or women, because I'm not gonna just put everything on a man. I mean, I'm a woman, but
right.
at the end of the day, a lot of people ruin something great to have something that's mediocre,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
just because, you know what I'm saying, they're meeting one need, but you forgot that. I always tell people, with me, I feel like, my significant other is blessed because he has a lot in one package. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you have a best friend, you have a woman, you know what I'm saying, you have a cook, you have a cleaner, you have a confidant, you have somebody's loyal, you have somebody that is meeting all your needs, you know what I'm saying, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, sexually, all these different things. But if you ruin it because someone is going to tell you they can do this for you this one time, then, you know what I'm saying, I didn't lose, you did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why I always say, if a relationship don't work, I would be, sad. And I mean, that's with anybody. I would be sad because I wasted my time. But at the end of the day, I know I'm so valuable that I know I bring a lot to the table. So a
Right.
lot of us don't know our worth. So that's another reason why, you know what I'm saying, we're so heartbroken when these relationships don't work, when this person don't communicate, when this person don't do this, when this person, like we talked, this person don't make this person don't give this person, a lot of people need monetary things because they don't get, what I'm saying, emotional things. So
Right.
they need you to buy them a nice ring. They need you to buy them, jewelry. They need you to buy them a nice car. They need you to do things for them because they're not getting their needs met with other things. So
Right.
that's their way. Then vice versa. Some people don't care about gifts because, you know what I'm saying, you do so much other things, right? You know what I'm saying? Showing them that you love them, spending time with them, having date nights, you know what I'm saying, cuddling up with them when others may not get that. I
Right.
mean, the relationship, it just matters the relationship you're in.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's I heard a lady say this one time. She was talking about relationships, and she said she's seen a lot of guys, and this she put it in general terms. Basically she said guys will have something good at home, and and somehow feel that a piece of ass in the projects, that's how she said it, a piece of ass in the
Mhm.
projects is worth it, taking that risk of losing everything. And when I think about that, it's just like, you know, is that piece of ass really worth, like, being with your family on a rainy night in the house playing Monopoly, y'all watching a movie together? And I'm just like, hell no. But there are a lot of
No, it's
people
not.
who just think it's worth it. Like, I'm like, man,
But
I
you know the
mean,
thing that I have to say though, I don't think, this is just my opinion. I don't think they think it's worth it. I think they're They don't think, and I'm pretty sure a lot of ladies are listening to me right now because on my show, that's what I talked about. Um, literally just talked about this what yesterday or whatever. I don't think they think it's worth it. I don't think they think that you're gonna leave. Like
Gotcha.
at the end of the day, they can say all day, "Oh, I think," I'm so sorry, this ear thing. If they can say all day, "Oh man, it was worth it. It was worth it." You know it wasn't worth it, but you wasn't thinking she was gonna leave. Cause trust me,
Mm,
when she does leave, then you're like, wait, hold on, it wasn't worth it. But why was it worth it when she stayed, but it wasn't worth it when she left?
damn
Because you
good
didn't
point.
think that she was gonna leave.
That's a
So
damn
you
good
thought
point.
that there's a chance that you can get away with it. There's a chance that, you know what I'm saying, if she find out, she ain't going nowhere. So I have to tell people at the end of the day, the reason why, like, it was this thing. What did they just say today? Let me see. I wrote this down, y'all, because I'm telling y'all that's how I be doing so much. Today's topic was what you permit is what you promote.
Hmm.
So if you permit and you permission, if you permit somebody and allow somebody every time they cheat on you to come back, you're promoting that you're okay with cheating. So why
Mm,
would this man at the end of the day change anything? So I don't
mm,
think that they think that it's worth cheating. They just don't think that they're going to leave. A lot of people make a lot of men, a lot of women, because not just men, women cheat too, but a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't think, like they always say, I'm sorry. That sorry word don't beat I'm sorry. It be sorry I got caught. Not sorry what
right.
I did. Because I
Hmm.
always tell people, your actions show that you're sorry. If you don't do it again, it showed that you felt bad about what you did. But when you do it over and over and over again, you're not sorry. You just don't think that person's leaving. So once again, what you permit is what you promote. So if I'm giving you permission to cheat on me, not verbally, but my actions are giving you permission to cheat on me, I'm promoting cheating. If I'm giving you permission to be disrespectful to me, I'm promoting disrespect. If I'm giving you permission to be disloyal to me, I'm promoting disloyalty because I haven't put my foot down. I haven't said, wait a second, hold on. I'm not letting you do this. You did it once and I gave you a warning. You did it again. It's over. What they say. You know what I'm saying? First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Third time, I'm just stupid. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
so I think everybody makes mistakes. So I'm not one, oh my God, he cheated one time, or oh my God, he was disloyal, or oh my God, he lied, or oh my God, he disrespected me. Because I feel like everybody is gonna take a chance. It's just like a kid. Does that make a kid bad because I said, "Don't touch this candy," and when I walked away, they touched the candy?
Hmm.
No. This
Right.
might be an amazing child, but they're gonna test me just to see how much they can get away with. But then after I spank they butt and say, "You can't do that no more," they like, "Oh, okay." Like they say, mama ain't letting you get away with that, or grandma ain't
Right.
letting you get
Right.
away with that. But this person is like, it's the same thing. I always tell people, we are not kids, but you have to use this as an example because people are going to try you to see what they can get away with. People only do what you allow them to do. So at the end of the day, going back to what you said, do those men that, you know what I'm saying, do they feel like it's worth it? No, they know it's not worth it. They just don't think that person's going anywhere. They feel like they've done it so many times, they cheated enough, and they keep telling them they gonna leave them, but they ain't going nowhere. Like, let's
Mm,
just be honest. If somebody keeps telling you, if you touch that, I'm gonna spank you. You gonna be on punishment, but you never get on punishment. Do you really believe it? Do you really be like,
right.
man, I'm gonna skip school. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that because I ain't getting in trouble. She been saying that for the longest.
Right.
That's the
Right.
same thing with a man. That's the same thing with a person. You cannot keep telling a person you're gonna do this and you never do it. You finally got to stand on what you said. What
Right.
I say what you mean what you say, and mean what you say, and say what you mean. You have to stand on it. So a lot of the times, I love my ladies, and I'm always on there promoting and helping ladies. But honestly, I have to say, a lot of this behavior is learned. They're learning you every time you know what I'm saying, come back. Every time they cheat on you and you take them back. Every time they put their hands on you and you take them back. Every time, you know what I'm saying, they disrespect you in public or disrespect you around people and you take them back. Guess what? At the end of the day, you're only teaching them that it's okay to disrespect you. You're teaching them this. Whose fault is it? Yours.
Right.
I have
Right.
to say all the time, I used to be angry at my exes. I'm angry because I always thought, like, why would somebody, you know what I'm saying, lose out on this amazingness? But then I had to tell myself at the end of the day, is it really their fault or is it mine? Because they only did what I allowed them. Because I'm
Mm.
the kind of person that I give you so many chances over and over and over again. But it didn't make it better. It made it worse. I thought I was being a good person. Oh, everybody makes mistakes. Let's give them another chance. Nope. The whole time I was making it worse for myself. Because once again, what I permit is what I promote. I'm promoting disrespect. I'm a walking billboard for saying it's okay to disrespect me because I'm allowing him, I'm allowing them, I'm allowing that. I'm a walking billboard for, you know what I'm saying, infidelity. I'm a walking, and I'm not saying, actuality I
Right,
am, but
right,
I'm just
right.
saying I'm walking around if I keep allowing this person. That's why I'm big when I tell people all the time, don't air your dirty laundry. Don't air it on social media because 9 times out of 10, you're going to take that man back. 9 times out of 10, you're going to take that woman back. And now
Mm.
you look stupid after you just told that he cheated, he lied, he did this, he did that, she did this. Now you told everybody your business. Now you are promoting that it's okay for him to do this and he took you back.
Right.
It makes you look crazy. It makes everybody look at you side eye. And now everybody waiting to see when y'all gonna fight again. Now it's like a soap
It's
opera.
like a soap
What's
opera.
gonna happen
Yeah,
next?
yeah, yeah.
What's
Wow.
happening on all my lives of Facebook? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's
right.
what's going on. So
Wow. Let me ask you this because talked to some of my friends, and I don't know, maybe they're using that as an excuse because they're just afraid of commitment, but
right.
they say they have trust issues, right?
Hmm.
So, and I've seen they've been hooked up with some pretty decent women. I mean,
Women.
good women that I happen to know, and it's just like it just didn't work out because they had these issues with trust. Them going out, with their girlfriends and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, how detrimental is not having the trust? Like, how detrimental is that to not so much it not only in a relationship, but when you're looking for a relationship? Like, if you can't trust nobody, can you really find somebody?
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one, y'all. Um, because I have trust issues. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, I'm very transparent on this with even with my show. I
Mm-hmm.
have trust issues because of what has happened in the past, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting better because it's something I have to work on within me. It,
Mm-hmm.
it has nothing to do with, but am I gonna not get in a new relationship because of what somebody else did to me? No. But is it something that I have to work on within me? Yes. Does that mean that you quit and give up on relationships and give up on marriage because your last marriage didn't work, your last relationship didn't work? No, because everybody's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But you have to give people a chance to show you what kind of person they is. Don't assume everybody's the same, because if you feel like that man or that woman is going to do exactly the same to you as somebody else did to you, then you shouldn't be with anybody. You should be by yourself and work on you. But if you're saying, I have trust issues, I do, and you get in a new relationship and you explain that, once again, we're going to go back to communication. You have to explain to your new relationship, your new whatever, you know what I'm saying, situationship, whatever it is, you have to explain to them, listen, I want to give this a try, but you're gonna have to. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. But can you work with me? I do have trust issues. I've been hurt multiple times. Every time I give a person an inch, they take a mile. You know what I'm saying? I've been hurt, but I want to give you a try because I don't think everybody's the same. And you, by even saying that, we already know you don't think that, because if you thought that, then you wouldn't be in a new relationship.
Right,
But at
right.
the end of the day, you have to communicate that. So now they know. See, a man, I always tell people, men, the problem with you guys is when a person is telling you that they have trust issues, you don't want to reassure because you feel like, I didn't do what he did. So I
Mm.
don't feel like I got to do anything. But that's not true. Because if a woman tells you that she has trust issues and you want to be with her, then you have to work with these things with her to reassure her. I'm not saying you got to say every day, not saying if she's doing too much and she wants you to call her every 5 minutes, or she got a tracking device on you, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I'm
Mm.
not saying you got to go crazy, but I'm saying as a man that's with a woman that has trust issues, you can help her be better with it by explaining, by talking to her, by communicating more, by saying, hey babe, sorry I didn't answer the phone just recently. I was doing XYZ. And she may feel like, dang, I wasn't even going to ask that. But thank you for telling me that. Hey, babe, I'm just going with such and such. Would you like to come? If you don't, I understand. But this is where I'm going. Not, no, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? You already know this person got a trust issue. You just walking around going wherever you want because you feel like you're a grown man and you could do what you want. That's not the case. You with a woman that have trust issues. You chose to sign on for this. And if you're not for it, that's okay. That's why I tell people communication is key. Explain to a man so he can decide what he wants to do when he starts dating you, her or him, whichever one it is. You just said men, so I'm just using that. But vice versa, if a woman's dating a man that says he has trust issues, and you like this man and you want to go further, then you're gonna have to reassure him, I'm not like her. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what it is. Even that might make him feel better. Tell me what's something that you lacked in the last relationship besides the things they did, so it would make you trust me a little bit more, to let your guards down a little bit more, to see that I'm not like that. They may tell you, listen, all I need you to do is just communicate. When you going somewhere, don't just leave. Explain to me. Tell me. You don't got to let me know play, but I just need a little bit of reassurance. That's all. I'm just asking you to a little bit more. You never know, just by communicating and making that person feel better. That little conversation might have been the best thing ever, and it might help you last longer in this relationship. Go to the altar. But without communication, how we gonna fix anything? I
Right.
always tell people, if I don't know it's broken, I can't fix it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If I don't know that we got a disconnect there because you're walking around acting like nothing wrong, and then you telling your friends, "Oh my gosh, she don't trust me, and I gotta hear this, I gotta do this," but you not even telling me what's going on. I'm thinking we straight. I'm thinking we good. You coming home being an actor. Every time you come home or every
Mm-hmm.
time we together, I'm thinking everything's cool. But I tell people this all the time. They be like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it." Well, you don't want to talk about it, then you then don't talk about it to nobody else.
Right.
Don't talk about it to yourself. Just let it go because it's gonna be what it's gonna be if you're not gonna tell me. I tell people this all the time. I'm not a mind reader. But at the end of the day, I do have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? I've been hurt multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying, my significant other now understands that. So, you know what I'm saying? He gives me reassurance. He
Right.
might
Right.
go a little extra, you know what I'm saying? He may not like it, you know what I'm saying? Let me just be honest. He don't like it, but
Mm-hmm.
he knows that I've been hurt. He knows the things I've
Right.
been through. But if he wants to be in this relationship with me, he knows he's gonna have to do a little bit more comparison to maybe the last person. But he also knows just that little bit, I'm also giving you a lot more in other things. You know what I'm saying? The other people may have lacked. And you might have to just do a little bit extra for me. That's all. But it's
Right.
called compromise.
Right.
We're
Right.
all compromising to make things work.
Right. I think that's very important. I think I think a true man will, step up a little bit more just to reassure that everything goes okay. Because I gotta tell you, if my wife says she hears a noise downstairs, I'm gonna reassure her. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check again, and then I might check another half hour later just to reassure that so she can go to sleep. If she feels sick and I gotta take care of her, I'm gonna reassure that, look, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna get you soup, and I'm gonna get you that. So I'm a true believer of that. I think that's just second nature. I guess for some men it's not, but it's a good point. It's a good point. I think a man should.
Reassurance is like it's everything, especially as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like us as a woman, we want to feel like we safe
Right.
when
Right.
it comes to you. Like you just said, you can go check on the door and make sure she good. Now she feels safe. Now she not laying there like, is you gonna get up?
Yeah.
You just gonna
Yeah.
let the killer kill us? You
Right.
just gonna
Right.
lay here? You know what I'm saying? No,
Yep.
I want to feel like my man got me. I want to feel like when you outside, you representing me. I want to feel like when you're gone, I know you got my back. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like when you're out and about, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't doing nothing wrong that's going to disrespect or that's going to jeopardize us. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all I tell people all the time. It's nothing wrong with reassurance. And some people, because I have conversations with other men, and they do feel like it's some men out there that do feel like, man, I ain't hurt her, so I'm not going the extra mile. But guess what? Then don't be with her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're not the man for her. She's lacking something that you're supposed to feel, just like you lacking something and you want her to feel it. You know what I'm saying? But some people are always takers, never givers. You know what I'm saying? That's why a taker will never, they will always look for a giver. They will never
Right.
look for, I mean, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're always going to look at a taker's not going to look for another taker. A taker has to be with a giver because a taker is only going to take, take, take. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But a
Mm-hmm.
person who is not a taker, a giver, they want to be with another giver. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
takers never want to be with takers. Givers always want to be with givers because we both giving something. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We both
Mm-hmm.
giving things. And I always tell people that if you're with somebody that takes all the time and never gives, they're just using you. Because at the end of the day, if they were really wanted to be in this relationship, we will both be giving each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What you
Right.
lack is what I give. When I'm empty, you pour into me. When you
Hmm.
empty, I pour into you. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
saying is never gonna die. That's gonna be something that my great grandkids gonna be using.
Right.
Teamwork make the dream work. It's just what it is. If we work together, this will be amazing. But
Yeah.
if you just take, we'll never have anything. If you just communication. If I'm just talking, I'm never listening to you, that's another thing that's not going to work. Because if I keep telling you how I'm feeling, but I never listen to what you saying about how you feeling, we're not going to work either. It
Right.
has to be communication. We have to sit there and we have to decide, is this something we want to do?
Right.
Is this something, what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? I always tell people date night is very important. I don't care if you do it once a month.
Yes.
You
Yes.
should always still date your significant other, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, because then when you go on dates, y'all should talk about stuff like that. Listen, we ain't bringing up no negativity, but is there anything as a woman that I could do better to make this relationship better? Is there
Hmm.
anything as a man I can do better? And they may tell you, baby, I've been so in awe with you lately. Everything's been good. Every time we go on date night, it may not be something. They might be
Hmm.
like, yo, last time we talked, I told you I was lacking this and you was lacking this. You picked it up and everything has been amazing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It might be
Hmm.
the simplest thing, babe. Just sometimes I want a good morning text when you after you leave and you at work. Or hey, through the day I was thinking about you. And they'd be like, oh, I know you wanted that. That's easy. I could do that. That's why date nights are so important
Right.
because it gives you time to communicate.
Those are good conversations too. Very good
Right.
conversations.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that I think it should be a good balance. You know, let me tell you this. When I was a kid, I used to go to the park, right?
Hmm.
And you know, you had the seesaw. I don't know if kids still play on that anymore, but there was a seesaw, and I'd sit down on it. Somebody else would sit on the other end. And my favorite part was when they sat down and I went up. And then I also liked it when I went down
Drop.
and they went up, you know, because it was, you know, it was fun, you know. But it was a balance. And when I didn't have that balance, I'm like, why am I always down here? Why can't I be the one that, you know, or vice versa? Why am I up here? Well, I want to push down. I want to get down there. Like it was a balance. And without the balance, heavy kid, he'll stay down on the bottom. I stay on the top. Or if I'm too heavy for him, I stay down on the bottom and he on top. Like it was just
Man,
wasn't
go nowhere.
balanced. So with a relationship, if it's not balanced and somebody is doing more than the other, that could be messed up too. So you made a
Right.
good point. It's a very good point that you know it definitely has to be balanced. The date night is definitely good. I went on a date with my wife. We went to um listen to some music and it was good. Like it was good to the point where not the last date. I think it was the date before. I left the house and knocked on the door. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a date. You know what I'm saying? So after 27 years, it's just like you do got to keep it fresh. Like you got to continue to and I'm working on that too.
Data.
Like I'm starting to do more. Cuz at one point, you know,
You get
I
lax.
got a little lazy like okay, but then I'm like, yo, you know, she's telling me this is what I want. Got to step your game up. And it wasn't that you know, I was just being, you know, lazy or whatever. But yeah, you definitely got to step your game up. So that was good stuff. That was good stuff, Raquel. Good stuff.
Right.
Um, so let me ask you this: Do you? Why do you think? I'm not gonna say. I don't want to assume that everybody feels comfortable in a toxic relationship. But why do you think some men and some women I'm not gonna say like being being in a toxic relationship, but stay in one. Like what do you think that's all about?
So, guys and ladies, so I hear more, which is crazy. I hear more ladies talk about staying in a toxic relationship than a man. Let me tell you something. I seen something on Facebook, y'all, just like maybe a couple weeks ago. And a man said, I mean, a lady said, I love me a toxic man. I love me a man that will come to the club, cuss me out, and make me leave. And I'm looking at this like, what?
Wow.
And then another girl put underneath it, well, she said, and what do you like in what's your toxic man? Another girl said, I love a man that come outside my window and you know what I'm saying, shoot in the air or whatever, and tell me to come outside. Like I'm like, what? Like it was all
uh,
crazy stuff. But let me tell you something. All those things equal what? It showed them that that was their way of showing they cared. Shooting
mm.
in the air, coming in the club, yanking you out, cussing you out, punching you, choking you up, doing all this is their way of showing that they care. They feel like the people who say stuff like that is people who've never really had a man or never really had a woman really show them that they care. That is their way of showing they care. Because I'm going to be honest with you, once you've had a great man, once you've had a great woman, you don't want to go to a toxic relationship that a woman is putting their hands on you, disrespecting you, and doing all that. And that's supposed to show you they care. Because once you've had a woman really show you they care by running your bath water, cooking for you, you know what I'm saying, catering to you, doing great things, you think they want to go to that? No. But if you leave one toxic situation to another toxicity is what? It is contagious. Toxicness flows. It burns. It makes things worse. So toxicity is just something that when something is toxic, it's in your body, it's in your stream. So at the end of the day, I have to tell people toxicness is nothing good about that. You can die if you drink something toxic, or you know what I'm saying, but you're gonna get hurt some kind of way. So at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people like toxic things because that's all they're ever had. Let's just be honest. It's some mothers that they didn't hug their kids. They didn't say they loved them. Their way of showing they loved them was saying, shut up with your nappy head and smack them on the back of the head and then be like, okay, get your butt out of here. Love, you know, I may not say I love you, but get your butt out of here. But that was their way of showing that they cared. You know what I'm saying? They didn't show it by buying gifts. They didn't show it by giving them a hug. They didn't show them by saying, hey, let's sit down and watch this wonderful movie together. They way of saying they cared was be doing something toxic. And they felt like, well, if they don't do things as toxic, then I guess you don't care about me. People really think by somebody grabbing you up, being jealous, yanking you up in a bar and embarrassing you, like, oh my God, that's so cute. You see what he did? I seen what he did. He embarrassed the heck out of you and you liked it.
Right.
Girl, that's just he just do that all the time. He loved me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he
Wow.
doesn't mean he loves you. It means he doesn't respect you. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's only gonna take another woman that doesn't bring all this drama and he's gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't look at that
Right. Right.
because they so used to what they used to. So I honestly that and like I said, once again, these are all my opinions. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? This is what I've seen on social media and things like that. I just feel
Hmm.
as if people like toxicness because that's what they're used to. And if they, you know, they got accustomed to that and that's just their way of showing someone that they care.
Right. Right. And I've seen guys come up to their girls be out in the club. They show up out of nowhere and they think that stuff is cute. Like, oh, he really
Me, I'm
care.
terrified.
I'm like, yo, if he does that on you the first time y'all together, you might want to run, sister. Or if she does that, why, brother, you might want
If
to
she
run
a
because
stalker in the beginning, why the
yeah,
heck? But you think, oh man, I just met this shorty. She's so cold. Look at
yeah,
her. Look at her. What do you mean? Look at her. Y'all just started dating and she doing this already. As soon as y'all really started being in a relationship, imagine how crazy she gonna be.
yeah,
Imagine how crazy he gonna be. If he doing that now, it could turn into something lethal. It could turn
right.
into something volatile. You know what I'm saying? But people think that's cute. You know what it is? It's cute until they get drunk or until they are so angry they beat you to a pulp or they kill
Mm-hmm.
you. You know what I'm saying? I tell people it's nothing cute about a man or a woman disrespecting you. It's nothing cute about somebody putting their hands on you. It's nothing cute about being embarrassed. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? We might have thought that was cute when we was 20 and 19 because we know no better. But
Right,
you grown as heck now. And I don't see how you would think that being disrespected. I don't like to be disrespected, nor do I like to be embarrassed. I'm not going to embarrass myself. If I seen something I wasn't supposed to be, if I walked in and my man was doing something in a bar or something, I may just do the church thing. I'm gonna be like, get your butt over here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be embarrassed. So at
right,
the end of the
right.
day, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like toxicness. You know what I'm saying? I don't like everybody in my business to the fact that now if we are feuding, everybody knows we're feuding. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
just me.
You think self-esteem plays a role in a bad relationship?
Yeah. Like I feel like let's just be honest. Like if you ain't never nobody ain't ever showed you they loved you, You gonna put up with somebody talking to you crazy. You gonna put up with somebody disrespecting you because you ain't never had nobody love you and you scared to be alone. Your self-esteem is so low, so you accept anything that you get. Anything. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
accept, let's just be honest. You accept the man that don't have no job and he drop you off to work in your car and sit home and eat all your kids' snacks and play the video game because you just want something to call your own because your self-esteem is so low. You like, at least I got a man, but you don't really have a man, you have a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yep.
Like, but so self-esteem definitely plays a part. I mean, I have a lot of women that inbox me and say they're going through this and going through that. And after they tell me their whole story, I have to say at the end, before I even give them advice, I need to ask you something. And the number one thing I ask them, do you love you? And
Mm-hmm.
they be like, not really. I
Mm.
clearly knew that before you even told me all these things because when a woman truly and a man truly loves themselves, there is not nothing they're gonna let slide. They're gonna be like, wait, hold on, wait a second. You was talking to me. You
Right.
was being disrespectful to me because
Right.
I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm too valuable for you to talk to like that. I'm sorry you cheated on who? Oh, see you later. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You was disloyal to who? You're gonna second guess because you're gonna be flabbergasted that a person would even do anything like that to you because you too valuable. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You too, my favorite line is you too all that in a bag of chips with the soda on the side. You not gonna allow somebody to do those things when your self-esteem is high. But when
Right.
your self-esteem is low, you gonna let people skate and ice skate all through your life. They're gonna get away with things that your friends and family is gonna be like, "What? You let him do what? You let
Mm.
him say what? You're not gonna be able to believe it." But then when you talk to this person and you see that this person don't love themselves, then you're gonna be like, "Oh, totally understand now. I see why she let him get away with murder. I see why he let her talk to him disrespectful." It bothers me to my core when I see a woman disrespect a man because I am still old school. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I don't think a man should disrespect a woman either. But I feel like there's a level of respect that a woman has to give a man because a man is still a man at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what. I don't care if this is not your husband, if this is your significant other. Those are certain things as a man that you can't take from a man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And when
Right.
you belittle a man and make a man feel less than, you shouldn't even be with him anyway. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And a man will allow a woman to do that because their self-esteem is low. Because not always women, a lot of men are self-esteem is low. And some
Absolutely.
people are in relationships with people that they can't even believe they ever got. They like, I can't believe I'm telling you, I be
Mm.
surprised when people inbox me and be like, man, I just love my woman so much, or I just love my man so much. I still can't believe he's with me. And I'll be like, what? You can't believe. And then they tell me all these great things they do. I'd be like, listen, honey, just because they look good, all the stuff you just told me, you deserve better, not vice versa. What are
Right.
you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But people think money and looks is everything. And I have
Yep.
to tell people this all the time. Money and looks are everything. Because guess what? When you get old, you're not going to look the same. And guess what? That money may dry up and you may not have
Yeah.
enough
Yep.
anymore. So all that stuff can leave. But being loyal, being, you know what I'm saying, having a good character, being valuable, loving yourself, that stuff doesn't get old. You can do that over and over. Guess what? When I wake up tomorrow, I can be loyal again. I can be trusting. I can be a good person. I can be positive. But tomorrow, I'm not going to be the same age I was yesterday. I'm going to
Right.
be the same age, but I'm going to be one day older. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I
Right.
can't get that back. But guess what? Tomorrow, I get to be the same loyal, trustworthy, positive, you know what I'm saying? Amazing woman every day. And I get to be better. I can get better and better as the time goes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I can't get younger and younger. I can't, I can do whatever I have to do to make more and more money, but as I get older, what I get to spend it on. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna dry up.
Right.
So I
Right.
always tell people, listen, loving yourself is so important. So self-esteem, sorry, Dre, but self-esteem is a
Oh, it's all good.
is an amazing thing. I think that we all should work on our self-esteem. And if your self-esteem is low, you got to work on you. A relationship shouldn't even be something you should even be thinking about because a man or a woman can't help you love you. You can only help you love you.
Right.
Like when I seen a movie on TV, it was a Medea movie. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm pretty sure a lot of listeners know exactly what movie it was, but it was a movie when he said, you know what I'm saying, I love you more than I love myself. I
Oh
think
yeah.
about you
Yeah.
before I think about myself. I pray for you before I pray for myself. And yes, it was like oh my God. But I hated that scene Couldn't
Hmm.
stand it because I wanted to be like, whoever wrote this need to be slapped in their head. How can she love herself more than him? He's never going to get the correct love from her because she didn't even put herself first. How
Hmm.
can I truly love you when I don't even know how to love me? I can't even love my son correct if I don't know how to love me first. I
Right.
am the one that I'm with me, not I mean, you know what I'm saying, day in, day out. I'm the person that look in the mirror at this body of all my flaws and all my perfections. I look at me. So if I can't love me, I can't truly look at you and love you. I
Right.
can't truly love a man. I can't truly love my son. I can't truly love anybody because the first person I should know how to love is me. So
Right.
your
Right.
self-esteem is everything. And I think a lot of people lack that. That's why they let people get away with things. Once again, we're gonna go back to that. That's why what you permit is what you promote. So if you don't love yourself, you're already promoting, you know what I'm saying, that you don't love yourself. So this man or woman is knowing that. They know you ain't going nowhere because they know you don't even love yourself. You ain't
Right.
got nothing better than me. And a person will feel that. You can't do better than me. So you gonna deal with whatever I give you. But when
Right.
you start showing and poking out your chest and saying, baby, yes, I can. Just because you look good don't mean nothing. I could find somebody that inside is 10 times better than you. I could find somebody that may make the same amount as you or less than you, but they're a better character than you. So I
Hmm.
think a lot of us need to love ourselves first. As soon as we love ourselves, I'm telling you, relationships will do better because
Right.
now I can pour into you when you lacking, but I can't pour into you. If I'm empty and you empty, we just gonna be two empty souls sitting there starving.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. Some of my friends, they always tell me, it's like, yeah, you must be real high on the hog with yourself, because because I'm
You
five,
should be.
I'm 5'8.5". I'll cheat and say 5'9", but I say five. It's really 5'8.5". And my wife's 6 feet tall. Had no issues going up to her asking her out. None. Didn't care. Like, didn't care. Like, okay, you say no, you say no. But I know I'm happy with myself. I love my damn self. A lot of people will tell you that. Say something. Andre loves himself. You're damn right I do. Because if I don't
You
love
supposed
myself,
to.
who is? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I can
I
only
tell
love
you all the
myself as
time.
much. Yep.
Confidence is everything. People think that as being cocky. You should be cocky and confident. When people hit me up and say, I don't want to toot my own horn, I'll be like, no, toot
Mm-hmm.
it. Talk your stuff. Be proud of yourself. This show is amazing. You know what I'm saying? You should be so proud of yourself. Y'all, first of all, these graphics is amazing. I know if y'all see all this stuff, I just want y'all to, we about to give, you know what I'm saying, Dre his kudos
Thank you.
now.
Thank
This
you.
is amazing. This
I
is
appreciate
wonderful.
it. Thank
People
you.
only wish they could have this, you know what I'm saying, wonderfulness. I mean, because a lot of us, I have a show, y'all, and I promise you, it looks nothing like this. It's just a screen. You know what
Thank
I'm
you.
saying? So at the end of the day, you need to big yourself, be proud of yourself, toot your own horn. I don't care if you 5'8" or you 8'5". You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You make yourself better. You know what I'm saying? By loving yourself is the number one thing,
Yeah.
and that's amazing. And that's why your confidence showed. Your wife didn't care how short you was.
Nope.
I mean, in her eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because in
Nope.
her mind, you was 6 feet tall with her because she couldn't believe how cocky you was,
Yeah.
how confident with you was. You ever seen a person, a man that's 6'5" or 6'4", and they don't have no confidence, and you like,
Yeah.
whoa. So
Yeah.
now their tallness is looking real short now. It's
Yep.
not the same. You ever see somebody that's really small and they be like, I don't care how short I am. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gonna
Yeah.
love me or you not. But this is me.
Yep.
This is me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't just be cocky, they stand behind it. They show
Mm-hmm.
and prove. I'm not just being cocky. I'm actually that, all that in a bag of chips. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? With the soda on the side. So at the end of the day, talk your stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
You
thank
right.
you for even having me here because this is an amazing show and I'm excited to even come back again.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna, I always tell people, I'll help. I'll work with anybody. Like if they need help with something, and I'm there. So Raquel, we gonna talk about your show, and we're gonna do some things, and it feels good to look out for people. It really does. It's a good thing. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna get you out here on this last question. It's the last question, but it may take a while because this is a good topic here. I'm gonna read you something. I read this. I forgot who the source was, but it says it was a reliable source. I don't know if it's the New York Times or something, but it says only 10%. I'm gonna read it here. Only 10% of men in the world make $100,000 or more. Most men make closer to 40 to 50,000 per year. So with that said, do you think? Hmm. Let me be. Let's see. How am I gonna word this? You think women should? This might be the wrong way of asking it, but you could correct me and put it in a different way. Do you think women um are being like, are their expectations too high? Is it like, do you think they should lower their standards, or not lower their standards, compromise? Because this could be somebody that they really have a good relationship with, but they just won't take that chance because they don't meet the physical and the financial parts of it.
So I told you this was gonna be a good topic. So
Yeah,
this not gonna
that's
be
why I
long,
saved it for
but
last. But
this is gonna be a good topic because I know I talked all that stuff, but some people may not like what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna be truthful because this is something we talked about on my show too, about your standards. I have to be honest with you. What I want is what I want. I'm not lowering my standards.
mm-hmm,
If I tell myself that I want a six-figure man, then I want a six-figure man. But if I tell myself I'm okay with a high five, you know what I'm saying, then fine. But at the end of the day, you have to set your standard and you can't lower it. That's just what it is. If you say financially, this is what I want, but we're gonna play devil's advocate. You gotta also know that you can't be asking for no six-figure man and you making four,
mm,
you making
mm,
five.
mm,
You gotta meet them where you saying. I can't say I want a loyal man and I'm unloyal. I can't be saying that I want six-figure man and I barely want to work. I can't be saying I want to, because this is what we talked about on the show. So many of us talk about I want a woman that body shaped like a Coke bottle and da 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 da, but you got a beer belly.
right,
You talking
right.
about you want a man that got muscles and all this stuff. You set your criteria up here, but at the end of the day, what you giving? I
Mm,
can't ask for nothing I'm not willing to give. So that's why I say that some people may not like this, but it's the truth. You have to realize your standard is your standard. I don't want
mm,
nobody to lower their standard for anybody, because let me tell you something. When you lower your standards, it comes back to bite you, because now you see that the person you lowered your standard for, it hurts when that person don't respect you, don't appreciate you. It don't work because you be like, man, I lowered my standard for this. It
right,
was
right.
already doomed because you was never supposed to lower your standard. If you up here, why you coming back down here?
Right.
You rose up. We all started from here. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know what I'm saying, was born into, you know what I'm saying, money. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
we all started at the bottom. We had to grind our way up. If I grinded my way up and I did everything I possibly can to get up here, I'm not coming back down and meet nobody. That's just
Mm,
me. But also, I can't ask you to do nothing that I'm not willing to do. I can't look for a six-figure, a seven-figure man, and I ain't get to six and seven figures either. I
right.
gotta be saying, listen, and nobody wants to date nobody potential. I'm
Mm,
sorry. I'm not
right.
dating nobody's potential because potentially you might never get there. So I'm
Right.
not dating your potential. So once again, to answer that question is, I don't believe you should lower your standards, but I also feel like whatever your standards is, you should meet them with the person.
Gotcha. Good answer. Very good answer. So I'm gonna get you out of here. Usually, I ask at the end of the show. I ask for final thoughts. So I'm gonna ask you to give me a final thought. Then I'll have you tell me about your show, and then we're gonna get out of here. So your final thoughts about all of this.
Honestly, my final thoughts, guys, I think our number one thing, I think we all need to start loving ourselves. I know that this was about relationships, but I think a lot of us relationships don't work because we don't put ourselves first. And that's not being selfish. That's saying that at the end of the day, you can't love someone if you don't love yourself. So we got to start with us first. Self-care is so important. Self-love is so important. So love yourself first, and then everything else, loving somebody else will come easy. So that's what I want to say. I also want to tell you guys I do have a show on Facebook. I have it on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So on Facebook, it is called Motivational Moments, y'all. So Motivational Moments, I have about 6,000 followers on Facebook or whatever. We do it every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do it at the same time on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, it's Raquel Motivates. If you're on IG, is motivational moments dot underscore. So you can follow me on all these different platforms. I promise you, this was just a little opening, you know what I'm saying, on Speak Now, Hold Your Peace. So I want you guys to know that I do this every morning. So if you want some motivation, you just having a rough day, you just want somebody to pour into you because you a little empty, you know what I'm saying, I am your girl. My name is Raquel, but aka Miss Motivation. So you guys, I am here to help you. And once again, motivational moments on Facebook, and Raquel Motivates on TikTok, and motivational moments dot underscore on IG.
All right, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. If you didn't get all of that, this show will be on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Instagram, I'm still trying to figure out why I can't put these videos on there anymore, but there'll be a link to it. So,
No problem.
Raquel, stay on the line after we go off. We got to talk.
Okay.
But thank you for being on the show. I can't wait to have
Thank
you
you
on
so much.
again. You dropped a
Okay.
lot of knowledge, and I'm so appreciative of it. I really, honestly, never take any of this stuff for granted. So thank you for being on the show, and everybody else,
You're
thank
welcome.
you for listening. And we're out of here. Raquel, stay on.
Thank
Everybody
you.
else, love you much. Have a good one. And be blessed. We out of here.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now.
Thank you for watching the Speak Now Hold Your Peace live broadcast. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and join us on the Speak Now Hold Your Peace Facebook group.